One thing I love and hate about business is how humbling it is. I've been building my platforms and my business for 15 years now. So you can definitely say I've put in my 10,000 hours. And around the 8th year mark is when I had to realize, you know what, I am a beginner at this. And I had to go wild in terms of coaching and training to really understand how this whole online ecosystem works, especially when it comes down to monetizing and monetizing consistently. Because that is what a lot of influencers run into. We start creating content, we want to share our passion and our interest with the world. We want to share our day in the life videos, and then we realize, where's the money? And I can tell you right now, the money is not coming until you learn the basics of online business, because this isn't new. Marketing is not new. People have been doing this forever. And once you realize, okay, I need to be a beginner and a student to this skill, to this craft, then that's when things are going to change. That's when things change for me. I had just given birth to my daughter, and things were a little bit more serious at that point, right? It wasn't just me playing around and having fun on the internet anymore. It was, all right, how can I provide for my family on a consistent basis? Because up until that point, I've worked with a lot of brand deals, and brands were the main way that I monetize my platforms. And beyond that, it was content revenue, meaning YouTube AdSense. I created a ton of YouTube videos. So over time, that compounded, and I was earning AdSense revenue from YouTube. Now I never reach any threshold when it comes to Instagram or TikTok. I'm in Canada, so that already works against me. So I had to sit down and put all the cards on the table and say, okay, do I want to keep pumping content out so that I can land brand deals on and off whenever that aligns, whenever a brand has an opportunity for me? Do I want to keep pumping content all the time and rely on platform incentives such as YouTube AdSense? And of course, it's depending on views. If a video does well, then I make a little bit more. If my videos are tanking, then it's not working. And all of that is leaving my earning potential up to chance. I couldn't predict how much I would make next month. I couldn't predict when the next brand deal was coming. And of course, I was hustling and bustling and creating content and reaching out to brands and pitching and doing all the things. And if you are an influencer in this day and age and you're creating content consistently and you're like, you know what, there has to be more to this, well, I'm here to let you know that there is. And today I'm going to give you an overview, and subsequent videos that I'm going to create are going to go more in depth because there's a lot to teach. I can't teach you all of online business in one video, but I'm going to try, and hopefully you are able to take something from this video, apply it, and start thinking about your career strategically, because this is a wonderful career that you've started, but if you're not strategic, then you're not going to stay in the game. Now we might as well begin by defining what is an influencer. I like to make sure that we're on the same page when it comes to these terms and definitions, because it's important. To me, an influencer is someone who shapes their audience attitude, behavior, or purchasing decisions through their authority, knowledge, or relationship with their followers. Now, the industry that we're in is a $250 billion industry. And if you're like, Jen, where's the money at? How is the industry, the creator industry, valued so much, but yet so many of my peers are struggling? I was struggling and I couldn't understand it. I said there had to be more, and I went all out in learning and coaching and courses and mentorship and all of it until I figured it all out. And once you do, it is so refreshing. It's so empowering because you realize, first of all, it's all within your control. So the life that you're creating for yourself, the financial situation that you're trying to get out, the flexibility and the freedom that you want for yourself and your family is possible. So I hope you have your pen handy, because what is written is remembered, and what is remembered is acted upon. So before you throw your next piece of content out there and just hope for the best and hope that something comes out of it and hope that a brand sees it, I want you to ask yourself, am I building a business that is sustainable? Am I intentional with how I'm creating and how I'm consistently earning online? So let's talk about it. So when it comes to creating and building a social media business, the first piece which you cannot get around is to get attention. Now, this is where socials comes in, right? I'm talking about YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, whatever platform you end up using, whatever platform you choose, whatever platform suits your skills. You need to get attention onto yourself, onto your business. And if you do end up building a business that does not include social, then you have to be talking to people in real life. You need to talk to people so that they know what you do and how you help other people. All the time I hear influencers talk about, well, I'm not growing, I'm stuck in 200 view jail. But when you start reframing your perspective to look at it as, you know what, 75 people saw what I had to offer today, 100 people know what I do now, 150 people understand what I do and how I help others, 200 people interacted with me today. Now you're in the driver's seat. You're in control. I'm getting more eyeballs on my content versus looking at it from the lens of, oh, I only had 200 people. Because you know how big an audience of 200 people is in real life? I really want to challenge you to stop looking at the numbers as if the numbers are not real people. Even if 2 people watches this video right now and they're like, Jen, that was very helpful, my job is done. That's 2 people more that now know I'm a coach and I help creators monetize and build their businesses online. That's more people than yesterday. Kudos to me, my job is done. Now, once you get attention, your job is not done because you need to get emails. This is what actually puts you in a business owner category versus a social media influencer. Because up here, your entire point is to create content. This is where brand deal lives. This is where affiliate income comes from. This is top of the funnel. That's where you're getting attention. People are interacting with your content. They're clicking on your links. It all makes sense. Brands notice that you have an audience that is engaged, that are clicking on your links, that are listening to you, an audience that you influence. Remember, you're influencing their attitude, their behavior, their purchasing power. That is why brands want to work with influencers. So if you're sitting here and you're like, no brands is reaching out to me and brands don't want to work with me, then you need to ask yourself the question, do I have an audience, an active and engaged audience? And am I able to influence them to make a decision? But if we want to go beyond that, if you want to bring people closer to your ecosystem, then you need to start collecting emails. And no, emails are not dead. If you lost access to your email and you were logged out of all your social media platforms, you wouldn't be able to have access to them again. You will have to go through a whole lot of hoopla to even get them to give you access to your own platforms again if you don't have access to your emails. Emails is at the core of it all. And I think a lot of influencers, especially a lot of us that started back in the day, we got comfortable with creating content online, and that is it. The goal is just create content and garner attention. And what are you going to do with that attention? If you don't move that attention onto platforms that you actually own, meaning if I send an email to someone that is on my list, I know they're getting the email. Did they open it? Maybe not. Did they click on the link in there? Maybe not. But I know it's going to them. I can reach out to them specifically versus putting out these bad signals on social media and hoping that whoever sees it. I hope you get where I'm going with this. Emails gives you data. Emails gives you control. And emails opens the door where you can do business with someone on a one-on-one basis, on a group basis, or whatever you end up creating. But emails is that bridge from social onto your own ecosystem. And I like to say you want to aim to have at least 20% of people that are following you onto your email list. If that is not the case, then you have to do a lot of work to start converting your followers into email subscribers. Now, once you do that, your job is not done. Your next step is to show your value and convert. Now, this is important. This is the moneymaker. This is what differentiates a lot of influencers that are complaining on social media saying that they're not making any money to influencers that are winning right now. Being able to bring someone into your ecosystem and convert them into a customer is the name of the game. And if you have someone on your email list and say you send them an email over the next month to essentially convince them to work with you, to do business with you, and you haven't been able to do that, then that's also data. How am I speaking to these people and why isn't it converting? That's data that you can go back to the board. That's data that you can study, and you can really lean into your messaging. What am I saying that's not resonating? Or if I say it in a certain way or in a different way, now I'm noticing people are taking more action, so I can lean more into that. So emails really put you in control, and from there you want to give value. You want to give so much value that it almost makes no sense for them to say no when it comes to working with you once you have that offer. By the way, all of this is assuming that you have a way of helping people. There's a way that people can do business with you. Do you have an offer? Now, an offer is a scary word. I think if you're an influencer and you're like, oh, I just want to post content and create feel-good videos and just show how I'm living and show my life. Okay, great. That's still a value proposition. You're helping people feel better about their life. You're helping people show up in a different way. You're helping people bring the best of who they are. Now, if that is intertwined in your content and now they're in your email list and you go in deeper step by step on how to do certain things, how you do certain things, how you've gotten results, then they are going to take you up on that offer once you make the offer. It's not about having an offer sitting there and complaining that no one is seeing it. The question is, are you bringing it to people? Are you letting them know, hey, this is what I do, and enrollment is open? In fact, I have a live coaching program that's actually starting this week. So by the time you see this video, it may have already started, but that's a program that I've created specifically for implementation, specifically to get people to build this system that we're talking about today, making sure that you know how to convert from socials onto your email list, and then from there, creating emails that is going to sell your offer. On top of that, we go in and define what your offers are. I help you build 3 different offers, 3 different price points, and that way you're able to play around and see which one's resonating well, which one feels good, and which one do you have the conviction to sell, because that's important. The link for this program is going to be down below. Again, enrollment may close by the time this video goes up, so if it is, I'll have a wait list, because I think it's so valuable to not just learn this information, but also implement the information. Once you have this machine working, because that's what it is, it's a machine. Once you have all the pieces in place, then it's going to start moving. Then you want to upsell your customers into your main offer. Like I said, my new program, Client Engine Foundations, teaches you every step of this machine, but I also said that I'm going to get you to create 3 different offers. So up here, you can have your low ticket offer, but over here, you can have your mid-tier offer, something that is more expensive, but that is your main thing. That is your money maker. Ultimately, you want people to go down your funnel into your main offer, and that is where the transformation happened. We can be on social media all day long creating content, but how much of a transformation can you have for someone in 30 seconds to a minute? But once you're able to sit with someone on a Zoom call like this and teach them something and talk to them, or maybe package your knowledge, package your experience into a program that they can go through on their own, now you're actually helping people. Now they're going to get a transformation, and guess what? They're going to want to go even deeper with you. And that takes us to the highest ROI of your time, which ultimately is one-on-one coaching. One-on-one coaching you really want to protect. For me, it is the bottom of the ladder. It takes a lot of time. Obviously, you are working with someone one-on-one every week, just working through what they're going through, getting them to move, to take action. I love it. I'm so passionate about that. That's where the real transformation, that's where you can go into in-depth training. That's where I'm able to pour so much into my clients, and also they are able to see what they're capable of. They are able to build their business in real time. They are able to move and get to their next level because it's one-on-one time. But that said, the lower you go down this ladder, the more intensive it is on you, the more time consuming it is. If you think about coaching one person at a time, it takes a lot of your own resources and your own time. That's just the reality of it. But that is where the most transformation and the most fulfillment comes in. If you're looking at this system and you're like, wow, I don't have any of this, I am just on social media and that is where I am creating content, great. This is the first step. But if you want to make this a real business and a real career, meaning this is your main thing, this is how you earn, this is how you scale for your family, and you want to have that freedom that people talk about where you can work around your own time, which is what I do. I work from home. I'm able to spend time with my kids whenever I want to. That doesn't mean I don't work hard. I would be lying to you if I'm like, oh, I work whenever I want. No. I have structure. I have discipline. This is how you win in any area of your life, by the way. But you want to build the rest of the machine so that now you're able to not only have a deeper transformation with your audience, but also you are able to earn in a way that is in line with how much you want to earn. Everything that you're doing in step 1 is up to chance. Brand deals is up to chance. Platform incentive is up to chance. You really don't know where the next pay is coming from. You don't know where your next brand deal is coming from. And I can tell you, I've seen it over and over, and I've been here for 15 years. A lot of influencer starts, they're excited, they're happy. This is a whole new life for you. Having that flexibility, that freedom, it's amazing. But you have no control if you're waiting on a brand to knock on your door. You have no control if you're depending only on views, because now you have to pump out so much content to be able to maintain your earnings. And I think that's something that's not talked about enough. If you're not looking at this from a holistic standpoint, the machine is going to break. You're going to have inconsistent months. You're going to go back to your 9 to 5, and you're going to say online business does not work. And I can tell you right now, it's going to be valued at $250 billion. If it wasn't working, where would all this money be coming from? And marketing is not new. And in fact, if you're a content creator, you're actually really good at marketing. What you've done is avoiding the sales part. Oh, it's cringy. Oh my God, I can't tell people I'm selling anything. What are they gonna think of me? And it's like, you do realize you're being sold to every single day, all of the time. When you go to Walmart and you're just walking down the aisle, minding your business, but there are literally rows of items. It's not screaming at you, but it's there. And you have to think about it that way when you're building a business. You don't have to go scream at people, but you do need to sell so that it is sustainable. And getting over the limiting beliefs that we have around money and sales, especially, is how you're going to break through to your next stage. So if you want to build this system, again, I'm going to put links down below. I do have a new program that walks you through this step by step, and it's catered for beginners because I have a soft spot for a lot of influencers that are really trying to break through but don't understand that this is a machine, and you need to build the machine if you want to earn and scale in a way that makes sense for you and your family. I hope this video helped you. I'm going to break down each step of the machine so that it makes more sense in subsequent videos. So make sure that you follow along. Check out this next video on your way out, and I'll see you in my next one.